this area here on the daily. I said we cannot break it.
All right, guys, we're going to start this here in just a bit. Do apologize for starting a little bit late here. Just been trying to get my mic to work. For some reason, it wasn't working for too long. But now it's starting to work here. So we're going to get the music rocking here. And then hopefully get everything rocking. Okay. Perfect, guys. So okay, let me see if I can get this going here. Output. Cool. Perfect. See if I can get some music going in here. What is going on, guys? We're gonna start this here in just about, I would say, about 10 minutes here. We're gonna start this here in about 2 more minutes, guys. 2 more minutes, so stay patient here. I do apologize for starting really late here. All right, we're gonna get into gold. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm currently up right now, currently on some trades. As we're, obviously on here, I like to be transparent. So currently up right now about $4,000 here. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see that here on my screen. Currently up about 4,000 bucks here, so stay patient. I'm gonna be right back. All right, guys, let's get into it. Let's get into it. All right. All right, let's go straight into it, guys. I'm gonna lower the volume here so we can start streaming and start seeing what's going on in the market, guys. Okay, so first things first, what I'm noticing right now, just off this area here, and what we talked about on the last call, is we're seeing a lot of structure being broken to the upside externally for SPX. Now let's first look at news here for this week, because we want to get a better idea of what's happening, okay, with the markets here first, and then have a better idea then after what we could do with Forex Factory, or see what's happening with the news here. Okay, give me a second, this thing's distracting me here. Okay, so let's talk first about manufacturing PMI. There's nothing going on today. Tuesday, cash rate. So you have 12 a.m. You have the cash rate here for tonight. For the Australian dollar, this is big. I mean, they're going to be just pausing rates. There's no expectation of a hike or a cut here. So, I mean, that's big. That's very big news. Why is that big news? It's very big news because at the end of the day, when it comes to the Australian dollar, we're looking at AUD USD, a potential hike or cut will obviously increase price, but right now this isn't going to do anything right to the market. So, I mean, might keep expectations the same. Jolt's job openings. Okay, this is going to be big news here. We have better than expected news here, which is better, which is good. We do want to see Jolt's job openings obviously be pretty decent. Right now, the market is fearing the job market, so we don't want the job market to get hit. Okay. Let's look at what else is going on. We have ADP, non-farm employment change. Okay, so this week we have big news. And like I predicted on the last call here, I have a big feeling that, okay, a lot of what's going to be happening is going to be based off with the market long term, and especially the rest of this month going into October. A lot of that's going to be dictated between ADP, non-farm employment change, and also NFP. Okay, now one thing that I'm a little worried about is with ADP non-farm employment change, we have lower than expectation numbers here. That's not good for markets. Okay, that's very bearish for markets. Okay, actually, it might be bullish for markets because the market is expecting a rate cut. So it might actually do the opposite, and even that negative news might be good news because it's going to bring us closer to a rate cut here. Yeah. There's an 89% chance we're going to get a rate cut here. But if the ADP non-farm employment change is worse than expected, it might spike markets because it's going to give us, I would say, a higher likelihood or a higher chance of getting a rate cut. And if there's a higher chance of us getting a rate cut, obviously the markets are going to expand and increase to the upside because there's going to be, borrowing is going to be cheaper, money is going to be printed. So, actually I see this as possibly being good for markets. It's going to be interesting to see what happens Wednesday. Now, I would say the most important news that we have, and I've talked about this countless of times, unemployment claims, this comes out weekly. This is actually higher than expected too. So we have expectations for bad news all around. Now, non-farm employment change data, NFP, this is what I really want to pay attention to the most. The reason why is because if NFP comes out, okay, how it looks like it's going to come out, a little bit better than expected, like jobs are going to rise, I actually believe that this is still a bad number. Anything under 100K is still a bad number. What I believe is if NFP comes out as still under 100K, like bad numbers, the chances of us getting a rate cut are still going to go higher than expected, okay? And what that would do is actually move markets to the upside. You're going to get a drastic sell-off and then maybe a swipe of liquidity and move markets to the upside. Normally, in a recession-fearing sentiment or another sentiment, bad NFP numbers would bring markets down. But in this situation, because we're cutting rates, I believe that the non-farm employment change, for right now at least, everybody's expecting us to cut rates because of employment, and we're prioritizing NFP more than anything. So if employment is really bad, like I would say under 50K, 52K, I'd expect markets to potentially rally here. Normally I would say markets would probably move to the downside here, but if we look at what happened September 5th here, okay, we could take a look at SPX on September 5th. And what happened, right? We had a pullback on September 5th. Small pullback, but then it moved to the upside here, right? So you could see that, right? NFP, pull back, but then it moved to the upside. That's kind of what I would see happen with NFP. A very similar move because markets are still bullish, guys. Remember, at the end of the day, markets are still bullish long term. Okay, we're moving to the upside long term because of rate cuts. But if we have a very bad NFP number, it's just going to bring a big pullback, and that's going to be our chance to get in a couple buys to then move and buy to the upside here, okay? At least for SPX, at least, okay? Now, one thing I'm a little worried about, markets do look bearish here, and I'm going to start marking up charts now that I have an idea of what's happening with news. Okay, so if we're looking at Dixie specifically, okay? We broke daily structure. This is really actually not good. This is actually really bad, okay? I'll be honest with you guys. This isn't good news. You don't want to see the Dixie breaking these highs, like ever. Okay, it's not a good thing. You don't want to see the Dixie break this zone. Reason why is because we'll probably target this next zone here, okay, as a run to the upside. And if markets right now are feeling the pressure from Dixie, obviously being bullish here, they're going to feel it a bit more here, okay? So my theory is this. Tomorrow morning, if we don't break structure here, okay, by tomorrow morning, we don't have a close tomorrow here with Dixie, Dixie's going to make another extension to the upside here. And if it does do that, okay, we're going to see an extension to the upside through here. Okay, guys? And if we do get that extension tomorrow, we're still looking at targeting these highs here that I've talked about. Now, again, I'm a little bit, I would say, worried if that does end up happening, because you're going to see markets move to the downside. But it would make sense because we have what? We have the accumulation here. We have the spring move, swipe of liquidity and manipulation that the market makers are doing. Then you have what? Impulse, correction, impulse, correction into that indecision, into the third wave to the upside here. And we have an Elliott wave pattern get created, right? This is my theory. The only way my theory would be broken, and this is a lot of times trading, is if we break this structural point here. If we have a close below here, my theory is broken, and I believe we're going to come back down here. And that would be very, very bullish for markets. What can do that? NFP can do that. Okay, how NFP, the numbers come in, it will dictate the trend for the month. Okay, let's look at SPX. You know, I'm sometimes early, but I'm never wrong. SPX, I did get stopped out. I'll be honest with you. I did get stopped out, but we had what? Impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. And then a correctional move. Then we have a break of structure. And now it looks like SPX wants to move to the upside here. Okay, we need that in order for all markets to be bullish. If not, it could mean that markets right now are bearish. But to be honest, SPX looks bullish here. Look at that. We see that break of structure here. Right here, that indecision. That means price is coming back to all-time highs, most likely over here. And if it does go back to all-time highs here, the volume will probably take SPX back up to 67.30. Okay? So what my process is looking for a pullback. If you're not in already here, okay, I would look for a pullback, probably most likely somewhere here for tomorrow. Okay? This is the area I'm going to be paying very close attention to. Okay? For the move to the upside. A lot of reaccumulation here. So that's what I'm looking for tomorrow. Most likely potential buys here. If we have a close below structure here, then I would look for a sell. Okay, guys? Man, I don't know how I'm getting yawning already. This is good. You see, NAS as well. You see, break of structure, mitigation. So you have the impulse here. You have the correctional move coming back to that indecisional area right here. We're looking for buys in NAS tomorrow, either here or here tomorrow. Very, very simple. Russell 2000. Kind of the same story here. Let's look at the volatility index or VIX. Okay, it's moving to the downside. That's not a bad thing. We want to see that. It did break that indecision, which I don't like. This is actually really bad. I don't know why it does that here. Sometimes the volatility index isn't the cleanest chart. The reason that's bad is because the next area would be this high. okay, internal sells that the VIX, that the volatility index could go to. It could do something like this here, you see? Usually a bad volatility index or a bullish volatility index isn't the best. It means volatility is going to be on the line a lot. Now, is that a bad thing? Not necessarily, but it's usually bearish volatility. Just from history, what I've noticed is most of the time, if volatility starts moving to the upside, SPX is usually bearish here. Just normally, like normally. You know what I'm saying? Not all the time, but most of the time, okay? Let's look at the bond market. Wow. The bond market did exactly what we were thinking, right? Look at that. You see? Went right to my zone here. Okay. Fall. Okay, where's the bond market going to go next? We need the bond market to be bearish in order for us to be bullish long term here. So, right now, the bond market is still bullish. That's not a good thing. But I do want to see it start making lower lows here. So until we start breaking this zone here and this zone here, we're still technically bullish on the bond market, which isn't good. It could mean that the bond market is going to go next right here. Okay? If that ends up happening, markets are going to drop here. So the markets are kind of setting itself up for a potential big drop, guys. I'm not entirely worried here. But if NFP isn't going to go in our direction here, then it could cause a huge drop in markets. Like a ridiculous drop in markets, guys. From what I'm noticing. Okay? Okay. Let's see what I'm looking at next. Looking at gold. Wow, bro. Our gold trade is out of this world right now. I'm still in this gold trade. And it exceeded my expectations. It actually succeeded my full-blown expectations here. We're going to 3,800 and most likely... Let me mark something here. This is most likely where we might go. I'm looking at, because we broke through structure, TP's here, but TP's here. That'll probably be a nice like 7. Right now I'm currently up 4,500, 5K. That'll be a good 7K, 10K potentially trade right there. It's solid, all right. Then I should see probably a big retracement. Now, obviously, we could see a bigger retracement with gold earlier. I think that there is going to be a pullback here. And no, I didn't take profits here. I actually didn't take any profits. I kept going. Now, obviously, that day I told all my students, VIP students, that I got back into a re-entry here and still kind of moved it to the upside here. So. And then you guys had the opportunity again as well on Thursday to buy more. But where's this thing going to go? Okay. I would say a safe re-entry would be here. Usually, but gold doesn't usually have really safe re-entries here. More realistic re-entry is going to come here. The most realistic one that I could see. This is internal buys. And then tomorrow I want to look at the Asian range. See how the Asian range is going, swipe a liquidity here, and then a move to the upside here. That's what I'm kind of expecting here. In terms of the pullback here, we could even mark this up here. Kind of matches the same area here. I'm aiming for, yeah, hit the 1.682. Now it's bouncing off of that. Let me see the exact price zone. Not to gas it. Yeah, if it closes here, it's most likely going to 2. Okay, so we have alignment here. We have a lot of alignment. You see this area here? We have alignment on the daily, on external, and we have alignment on internal structure. On external and internal. So we have alignment on the 4-hour. So on the daily we have alignment, and we have alignment on the 1-hour. That's very good. That's very, very good. What does that mean? I'm probably going to take a lot of profit here. So I might not make it at 2.4, but I'm probably going to take a lot of profit here. Okay? So if you guys are still holding that trade, that's where I'm probably going to take profit. That'll probably put me at another, what, like let's say 3,822 pips and points here. That'll put me at another 6 grand, 7K. So I'll walk away in total with about 12K. I'll walk away with 12K in profits from the buys that I had here and here. And then last week I closed about 7K in profits. So it'll close me out about, hopefully if this happens by the end of this next day or so, it'll make me about 19K. Then I'll catch a quick scalp to try to close it at 20K in profits for the last 2 weeks. Okay. So what am I looking at next here with gold? We're looking for the pullback. Tomorrow morning we'll trade it in the morning and we'll see what happens. So let's look at GU here. Okay. GU, I was looking at some bullish movement here. I did call some buys, but it didn't pull back far enough. And that's okay. Sometimes, guys, if markets don't pull back far enough here, that's fine. Okay, I was waiting for price to come back down here and then maybe see something to the upside, but we didn't see anything, and that's fine. What do I look at next now? I don't like this here, to be brutally honest with you guys. I don't really like this here. Probably externally it's already mitigated. Yeah, it has. Okay, so we're looking at a serious pullback. External sells. External selling zone here. Alright, so we're looking at major pullbacks here, most likely. I could see a pullback coming here. And it's going to be an internal pullback. Why is that marked up here? This isn't even an external. Why the hell is that marked up like that? That's weird. Okay. That's what I'm looking for. Internal buys here. Okay, I want to see price come here. Probably retrace here, and I want to see the reaction here. From the reaction here, I'll probably look for buys. Most likely. Okay. That's only if. Okay. This is only if Dixie. Okay. So it's moving to the upside, which is, it looks like it's I mean, if Dixie starts getting weaker. Okay, if Dixie doesn't start getting weaker, man, GU is going to actually be more bearish than bullish. USD CAD looks like it wants to take off. I've been losing a lot with USD CAD, I'm not going to lie. I haven't had a very successful trade with USD CAD in a long time. I haven't. I'm looking for more buys with USD CAD. Internally and externally, this looks solid. This looks like order flow here. We're finally getting a retracement here, right? And it looks like it could take off, move to the upside, right? That's what this looks like. If you guys want to trade it, you could trade it. I'm not really going to be trading it. I haven't been doing too well with USD CAD. So I try to avoid it because I'm not trading too many pairs, guys. I'm really only trading like maybe 2. The reason I only trade 2 pairs is just because 2 or 3 pairs at a time is because I don't want to be overwhelmed. We'll look at gold futures too. Same concept here. I'm looking at buys here with gold futures. Okay. Gold future buys to the upside here. If we don't get any news reports, I do not think that's going to happen. But if that ends up happening, then like it'll just create market consolidation most likely, and maybe some sells in markets. That's it. Bitcoin's at a very, very interesting zone here. I mean, the total cryptocurrency market cap is actually, this is a break of structure. This is bullish. Crypto looks bullish right now. Interestingly enough, went from very bearish to bullish. Let me look at daily just to confirm. Yeah. Created a lower low here. You see that? Now it's retracing. This might just be a retracement. Still somewhat bullish though. Alright, where is it going to come back? Most likely here. Then a move to the upside here. External buying zone would have price probably most likely come here. Then we're looking at some sell pressure here. A lot of selling pressure. This could actually cause a huge sell-off. Internal sells. No, external sells. That's what I'm looking at. Let's look at total crypto excluding BTC. This still looks bearish. This doesn't look bullish. This doesn't look actually. Oh, daily it's still bullish. Technically, because we didn't close below. Let's look at others here. Others I was expecting for a bigger drop. But this thing looks like it didn't break structure yet. Alts still haven't broken structure. Wow. Alts are still technically bearish here. Until we break this here. Technically. Until we have a nice solid break. I think with BTC going to the upside, then we will. There we go. It sucks. I got stopped out of some buys here. But it's all good. No worries. We need to see BTC start moving to the upside here. Ooh. I'm going to start calling some BTC buys here. I got to pay attention to this, though. This is the dangerous, I would say this is the dangerous area here for BTC. This right here is where I'm looking for buys. Okay. Hopefully we can break past that mitigation area, but this would be a serious profit-taking area right here. And then if we can break past that area, hopefully we can make it past and go to either this high here. That'd be a really good take profit. This would be a really good take profit area too. Okay. That area there. Then potentially, let's go down the line. Potentially here. Okay. So I'm gonna give out you guys a 1 to 10. A 1 to 10 is crazy. I might buy. God, this is getting me excited, bro. BTC looks like a solid buy. Oh, this looks good. I'm about to send this to my group right now. I'm going to set up some pending orders. Hopefully we can get price back here. Hopefully price can pull back. BTC looks like great buys, bro. I'm really trying to get into BTC right now. If BTC starts going up, everything else is going to run and rally here. Oh, wow. MSRT hit stop. Swipe liquidity. Huh. Interesting. I'm going to wait off MSRT. I just got my stop loss hit on this. Let's look at coin. Wow. Coinbase is literally pull back, run to the upside here. Coin's probably going to fill this here. All right, guys, we're gonna trade tomorrow morning, but I did send out like coin. Coin looks great, man. Coin looks fucking great, bro. Huh. Gold. I'm gonna send that out to my group for tomorrow. Commodities look really, really good. I feel like gold's gonna do probably some of the best pulls here. I'm still in the trades here. Let's look at gold right now. Yeah, dude, it keeps going up, man. It's crazy. Okay. GU looks good too. BTC looks great for me. Nvidia is still doing its thing. All right, guys, this kind of sums up our call here. It's going to be a quick one. I am still looking for some bullish movement to the upside. I'm excited for news tomorrow. I think that will dictate everything, and we're going to rock it. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to drop it in the chat. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, especially our VIPs too.